Hey everyone, it's me again, Brittany. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm here today to do my November TBR? Television I want to watch? Yes please. But my November TBR. So I have 7 books here to show you today. I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of them, but I actually kind of have high hopes. So yeah, the first 2 weeks of November, I'm actually gonna be in Argentina. I really don't know how much reading I'm gonna be able to get done, but with any luck, this isn't completely psycho of me to think I can finish. So the first book that's on my TBR is gonna be The Crimson Crown by Cinda Williams-Chima. This is the 4th and final book in the Seven Realms series, and I'm just so excited to finally finish this. I'm probably gonna listen to it on audio. I've listened to the entire series on audio, and I've really enjoyed it. I actually am one of those people that doesn't mind listening to very heavy fantasy on audio. I know some people can't concentrate, sometimes they're just too heavy, but I really don't mind it. I've really enjoyed it so far. I can't wait to see how Hans and Princess Reza end this story. I really feel like it's gonna be kind of dark and mysterious and maybe awful, because the next series, which is its companion series, is called The Shattered Realms. So that doesn't sound hopeful, but I'm still really excited. I can't wait to see how everything ends and concludes. I've talked about this a lot, but just to give a quick summary, it basically follows this trader who was known as Hans, not trader as in he was a traitor to the crown, but he traded goods, named Hans, and he was just trying to make ends meet and support his mom and his sister. And he just stumbles into all this court intrigue and magic, and then we're also following Princess Reza at the same time, and she is just so much fun, and she is so difficult, but just sassy and fantastic, and you can really tell that she wants what's best for the realm, but she really wants to enjoy herself first. So you watch their stories collide slowly, and it's just so much fun. Also, if you like slow burn romance, you're gonna really like this. I personally love it, so. Next up is one I don't know too much about, and that's gonna be Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody. I've been really intrigued by this from the beginning. When I first got this in an owl crate, I believe, I thought that it was based off of Vegas because it's welcome to the city of sin, where casino families reign, gangs infest the streets, and secrets hide in every shadow. So you would think Vegas, right? Because Vegas is known for the mafia, not the mafia, the mob, and it's actually called Sin City. It's Sin City. And casinos, obviously, but apparently I think it's actually based off of Atlanta, Georgia, which was not what I'd expected at all, so I was kind of bummed by that, but I'm still really intrigued by it. I've heard a lot of good things. I don't really know too much, but I know that some people were kind of comparing this to Six of Crows and sort of a heisty kind of situation, and I really liked Six of Crows. So I'm sorry I don't have a bigger summary about that, but I want to go in kind of blind. I did recently check out the audiobook for this from my library, so this is probably gonna be something that I listen to on the plane or things like that, and yeah, I think it's gonna be fantastic. I know Emma Books has a lot of amazing things to say about Amanda Foody's writing, so I'm sure it's great. Next up is The Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. I'm actually really hyped about this. I've been putting this off for forever. I know that there was just a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people ended up hating this book, and I was so excited about it that I didn't want to ruin my hype, but in the end, I've watched a lot of people that I really trust their reviews, and they're saying that as long as you go into it not expecting too much, just kind of wanting a fun story, you're gonna get a good time out of it, and that's kind of exactly what I wanted. So it's just a very fairy tale atmospheric kind of book. So it follows a girl named Alice whose grandmother writes these very mysterious fairy tales, and when she dies, a lot of mysterious things start happening, and Alice's mom goes missing, and she kind of has to go into her grandma's cottage and finds out that all these things are pretty true, all these fairy tales that she'd been writing about. I think it's sort of a twist on Alice in Wonderland, I didn't even notice that until I saw that her name was Alice, and it says stay away from the Hazel Wood. It's gonna be really fun. I'm not here for extremely well-written, fantastic prose, everything like that. I'm just here for a good time, and I hope that's what I'm gonna get. These next 2 books I actually really want to get to. I wanted to get to them in October, and I just didn't have the time, so it's definitely a November kind of thing, and that's gonna be The Queens of Fenburn and Two Dark Reigns. This is a novella that is sort of a prequel to all of these books, and you also get to know the island and just other queens better, and I am very excited about that because I feel like there's just so much mystery in its past and everything that I've been dying to hear about. But Two Dark Reigns is the 3rd book in the Three Dark Crowns series, and it follows 3 sisters, 3 triplet sisters named Mirabella, Catherine, and Arsinoe, and they were separated very young because they were taken to different islands so that they may learn better, so they may learn their powers better. There's an elementalist queen, there's a naturalist queen, and there's a poisoner queen, and they are expected to one day use their powers to battle against each other, to kill each other, so that one may become the one true queen to this queendom. It's very dark, very mysterious, so atmospheric. I know that I've kind of been throwing that word around, but it's just, it is. It's, you can just feel everything, and it's so dark. It's so dark, and it's such like a dark topic in general, like killing your sisters. Like, they don't really want to kill each other, but like, I'm so excited. I've been really impressed by Kendara Blake's previous 2 books, and I just really think that like they keep getting better. The first one was very slow build, and the second one was super intense, and this third one I just know is gonna get even more intense, so the stakes are higher, and I'm so excited. Next up, I actually really want to get to A Tragic Kind of Wonderful by Eric Lindstrom. I don't know a lot about this. I've heard a couple booktubers mention it. It's not a super hyped book, but as you guys know, the contemporaries that I do like to read tend to be the darker topics contemporaries, or ones that have to do with mental illness. And this one in particular has to deal with bipolar disorder. The little tagline is, "For 16-year-old Mel Hannigan, bipolar disorder makes life unpredictable." I've heard that this is a very accurate representation of bipolar, and I am very intrigued to see how it is. I love reading about mental illnesses because I think it gives me a better perspective on what it is. I learn about them because I am a psych major, and I feel like I have a pretty good grip of what each of the illnesses are like, but I think when you read from the perspective, someone that has the disorder in a book that is accurately represented, it can actually be so helpful in learning more about the disorder. So I can't wait to get to this. I've been very intrigued by bipolar disorder, and I don't know enough about it, honestly, so I hope this will help me. The last book on this TBR is the one that I'm probably the most excited for. I am also going to be participating in a read-along that TJ Reads the Stars and Rachel Marie Book Junkie are both hosting. It's a very casual read-along, and I'm very excited about it. And that's Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. As you guys know, this is one of my most anticipated books of the year. I don't know how I've held off so long on reading it, but I have, and I'm so terribly excited. I'm gonna be reading this on the plane, honestly, and I'm tabbing this one up. I did not get that chance with Strange the Dreamer. I actually listened to this on audiobook. It's a fantastic audiobook, by the way, if you guys were wondering. I really like the narrator's voice, but because of that, I didn't get to tab it and really throw myself into the story. I've been wanting to reread it for quite a while now, but I think first I'm gonna read Muse of Nightmares, tab it up, get immersed in the world, get immersed in Laini Taylor's just beautiful, beautiful writing, and then I will probably later on reread Strange the Dreamer. I didn't really explain what it's about, but basically Strange the Dreamer followed a librarian named Laszlo Strange, and he has this fascination with this lost city. And he's always had this fascination, even back when he was a kid and he knew the true name of the city, until one day something happened in the world and no one could remember the real name and could only remember it by weep. So he's been very intrigued, and one day a convoy appears in his city and offers him the opportunity to actually visit this lost place. So it's so magical, so dark. There's very dark topics in there, so careful with that, but I love Laini Taylor's writing. I've read her other series, and though that one I didn't like the plot as much, her writing was still so fantastic that it definitely made it easier for me to want to pick up Strange, and Strange is so good. So those are the books that are going to be on my TBR for this month. Let me know if you read any of them, or if you're going to be participating in the Muse of Nightmares little read-along. I'm so terribly excited. I think that this month is going to be fantastic. I don't know, again, how much reading I'm going to get done because I am going to be traveling for the whole first part of it, but let's hope for the best. I feel like it's going to be a very audiobook month. So yeah, I make videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays most of the time, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!